The difference between me and woke niggas and all these rest of these niggas, with me, like, I try to understand and relate to like everybody and shit. You know what I'm saying? And speak from like all angles. And um, I try not to be like cocky or be like, "Well, I know more shit than you, so I'm better." I feel like everybody got access to the same fucking bullshit ass information. You know, and shit. All these other niggas when I like they better than you, they know shit, but these niggas ain't saying nothing. I might not be saying nothing too, but at least I'm in depth with that shit. You know what I'm saying? At least I think my shit through and say it and try to make the most sense I can. You know what I'm saying? Even when shit's not adding up. When shit's not adding up with these other niggas, they don't fucking go into that. They just take it as it is and say, oh, this is this and shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't make no fucking sense. But, you know, I know some old niggas like Daylight and all these other niggas. I mean, Daylight, he's cool. Because I found him in I kind of knew him before in 2017 and all that, but he was like a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? Then years later, he planted seeds in my brain to watch him back again in 2019. He's good and all, but the thing with Daylight, he tends to pause a lot every time I watch him. He goes into depth a little bit, but then he always pauses. That's the shit that was I didn't get. Like he just do it. It was a flaw. You know, I have my flaws, but I always make sure to always count back on that shit and you know touch on it. If I don't touch it on this video, I'll touch it. Like Daylight, he did kind of help me. He opened my eyes to see this road is really what it is. But all the other shit, I had to figure it out and think it shit through. You know what I'm saying? And going through the rabbit holes to see how shit really works. And spiritual toe and all of them, these other niggas and conscious niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just stupid, especially these conspiracy theories. The thing with me is, I didn't really have to like just go down too much of that rabbit hole. I kind of just got the grip of things, you know what I'm saying? I was like, let me just not go too deep with this shit and try to understand the history of this. Let me just get the grip of this shit and why they done this shit. You know what I'm saying? Get the core understanding and all that shit. You know? Let me just do this. And all these conscious niggas and woke niggas, like, and all these people, like, they got this middle school ass mentality, high school mentality. I know more than you and all that shit. They do this and all that. So you give me money and shit. And they ain't really saying anything. Shit that we all know. And it's like, the people in the comments are still trying to look for like information because these niggas ain't saying nothing. Truth is, you gotta find all that shit by yourself. You know, for me to learn all this shit, I done just learned it all in one. It was kind of like an all in ones, but I had to put all this shit up together and put two and two together because nobody was saying shit. So there's a lot of left up clues. So I had to look for the cues, pay attention to all this shit, and observe my reality and how it maps out with this shit over and over again. You know, and most people who claim they woke and all that shit, they give me like the same vibe as these same NPCs. Like they just like them. I'm not saying I'm any better. I have my ways why I start to like glitch and be autopilot, but what's them is like it's fucking impaired and shit. You know, what I'm saying. Some of them will charge information in they fucking course. I mean, it don't matter. I mean, you could charge a little information, but don't act like it's the best shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, and there'll be other niggas that know shit, smaller channels too, who wants to talk about deep information and they'll pull them up. They got a high school mentality, so it's all a program. All this conscious stuff and all this shit, it's just a program. It's bullshit. What you really want to do is you don't want to be woke. You just want to see through bullshit and know that it's bullshit. You don't want to get attached to any of this shit. I'm not woke. I'm not aware. I'm none of that shit. I'm a Kenny Augustin. I'm a kid who just knows, who just sees through this bullshit, who knows that it's bullshit. And your goal is to move and navigate through this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Don't attach to any of this fucking bull crap. I'm not a part of any of this crap. Why do you even have to say that you're a part of it? That's a program itself. You're a part of something. You're trying to be programmed again. These things are all programs anyway. It's bullshit. It doesn't even matter. You know, even this like all this shit about we like to talk about the agenda of black people, how there's a grand scheme, a grand design trying to like take us, but then it's like you don't even go too far with that shit. I mean, I kind of have, but it's like you realize that you and yourself is already a fucked up situation. So what is the point? And then you understand the fucking mentality of like most black people, how they won't come together and how they think a certain way. There's no coming together, so there's no point of learning all the fucking history and all that crap. And how accurate do you know that shit is? You know what I'm saying? I don't claim I know information. I claim I know shit for me that I really know, and then I pass that shit down. That is that, not with these other niggas, because you know how valid this information is. The information is gotten from Google. You know what I'm saying? It's not general truths. I don't gotta go on Google and learn that this shit is a general truth. I can look at a lot of people's personal observations that writes from minds that correlate with this reality. I don't gotta search up it on Google. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't gotta search that shit up or do that. I just kind of know. I mean, I searched it up a little bit, but then I don't really get all that what I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? So most of the shit about this all this world and thinking, I've been thinking deep, like just being in my own brain and thinking deep ever since I was young and shit. I just couldn't conceptualize it until I got on YouTube and I figured out, oh, this niggas who think like this way. Okay, just open my eyes. That's all it did. It just opened my eyes to see that there's other niggas like me who think this way. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like outcasted or just this or, you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't like conceptualize, and it just was this broad thing that, oh shit, I'm not the only one and shit. You know what I'm saying? I kind of had it in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Because I had certain questions that wasn't asked that I wanted to ask, but people didn't want to answer that shit. I'll ask me like, why you ask me? Be like, oh, why are you asking this question, bro? You know what I'm saying? No, that doesn't matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you crazy, bro. All these fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Or they wouldn't know. They'll look at you like you crazy. Like you ask them what they fucking social security is type shit. You know? What they tend not to do is they tend not to go into depth and shit. You know? I'll pause too, but then I'll try to go back to that subject and explain it and then go to that subject, how it relates with that. You know what I'm saying? They be sifting through. You know what I'm saying? What I can't stand these most is these stupid conspiracy theories. Not that I can't stand it, but I always be talking about fucking celebrities and this and exposing. I kind of knew that. I've been knew that the clone shit since like 2018 shit about the clones. Like I knew that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's all microwave bullshit. Learning about the clones, because why are you even talking about that shit? Because if your ass was in that choice, your ass would have sold your soul too. So don't even act like you better than this fucking celebrity by talking shit about them, saying they saw or done something flamboyant. Like I don't know why they do it, thinking that, oh my god, this person saw they soul, exposing the industry. Why are you exposing the industry? Expose the fucking system that made these people do what the fuck they had to do, and they somehow got a label. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame these celebrities for doing what the fuck they do. Like they got kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? There was in fucked up situations, so they somehow find a way to get out. You know what I'm saying? And they got out. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just put the blame on them and the onus on them for doing what the fuck they do. You know what I'm saying? And they say, oh, you're exposing like it's nothing. Oh, I also see that, but it's like it was just entertainment. A lot of shit. This shit is just TV. It's just like watching TV. All this is like watching TV, and you realize that you really just gotta turn TV off and see for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't even gotta go too deep. All you need is learn the surface of it, really, and how it just unfolds. That's all you need to do. Unfold the surface. Once you can kind of understand the surface, you can understand where it come from. You know what I'm saying? And the source of it. and it's good. You just want to just cut through things fast. You know what I'm saying? You want to be that paper shredder, the shredder machine that just shreds the cheese, the information. They say there's information on paper, right? You want to basically shred all the information up. You know what I'm saying? Rip them up to pieces. You want to be able to do that and that shit. You don't want to go too. You know what I'm saying? You want to stay. You want to be deep, but you don't want to confuse people. What you want to do is simplify the information. You know what I'm saying? Make it all up. But these other niggas, they'll make hour videos explaining this fucking information. Your ass looking lost as fuck. You want to just simplify the shit and make like a 10-minute video out of it because nobody has the time to be learning all that fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? I try to simplify that shit all in one video. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't want to have an hour long rant and then of this fucking information and this, and then you left people feeling confused and saying stupid shit or saying shit that don't relate to the video in the comments because, truth to be told, they didn't really learn anything from that shit or they didn't even care. It was just entertainment. They just like watching you and shit. Unless you're really speaking some shit, then they will. Most of the people say, "Hey, bro, I understand, bro. Yeah, bro. Uh huh. You know. You know." So, anyways, I'm out. Y'all take care. I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.